This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, September 25th, 2018. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Maryland Governor Larry Hogan and Ben Jealous faced off last night in their only debate before the November election. For Jealous, it was his last and probably best opportunity to dig out of a horrible poll that was released last week, which found him 22 points behind the Republican incumbent. During the debate, Hogan defended his work in his first term, while Jealous, the former president of the NAACP, attacked the governor on his issues including economic development, education, and mass transit. Jealous also attempted to tie Hogan to President Donald Trump unsuccessfully, as Hogan did a very good job of distancing himself from the president throughout his first term. On opioids, Jealous said that Hogan only opened one underfunded treatment center in Baltimore, and Hogan had countered and said that he had declared a state of emergency, but they've made progress, but they still need help from the federal level. Hogan also pointed out that it was Democratic lawmakers who blocked the funding for additional treatment centers there. On education, Jealous criticized Hogan for not fully funding schools and siding with Betsy DeVos on a voucher program, once again trying to tie him to the Trump administration. Hogan retorted again, "All I did was sit with Betsy DeVos and read to kids." He also pointed out that he sat with two other education secretaries under President Obama. All in all, I think Governor Hogan came out on top of that debate. Ben Jealous has some work to do. At a press conference yesterday at the Anne Arundel County Police Department headquarters in Millersville, County Executive Steve Shue announced that the county has received a $550,000 grant to battle MS-13 gangs, or actually any gangs, in Anne Arundel County. Additionally, they say they have arrested over 70 members of MS-13 in the last 3 years, and officials are claiming that there are as many as 200 in the region. That grant came from the Office of Crime Control and Prevention from the governor's office, and they also gave $285,000 to the city of Annapolis. Now, there have been several high-profile crimes that have been linked to the MS-13 members in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. Nearly a dozen people have been arrested for the murders of several people, notably Jennifer Rivera Lopez, Jose Hernandez Portillo, and Neres Giovanni Bonilla Palacios. They were Annapolis residents who were all found buried in shallow graves in Crownsville and around the city. In other crime news, a result of a joint investigation between Howard County and Anne Arundel County has resulted in 13 indictments in a drug ring that police say was operating in both counties. All in all, they seized more than $300,000 in cash, jewelry valued at more than $180,000, 5 vehicles, 5 handguns, an assault rifle, 12.5 kilograms of coke, 1.25 kilograms of heroin fentanyl mix. Police only released the names of 7 indictees. The remainder have not been released yet, but the kingpin is Marvin Craig Little. He's 30 years old and lives in Laurel, and he has been charged with 32 counts, all drug and weapon related. Other people indicted so far include Michael Alexander Ward of Laurel, Stephen Lee Wise of Odenton, Jesse Ray Spielman of Crofton, Larry Rufus Sadler of Laurel, Samson Mesfun of Oakley, California, and Reginald Brian Mathis of Temple Hills. Some students at the University of Maryland College Park are being forced to move out of their dorms and into a hotel after mold was found all over the building. Students in Elkton Hall moved out just weeks after moving in for the start of the school year. Mold is growing in the dorm, exacerbated by all the rain and humidity, and students said it has gotten on their bags, clothes, window blinds, and walls, and making some of them sick. The university has the residents moving out of one floor at a time over the next couple of weeks and into a hotel room for several days. All of their possessions need to be boxed up and moved out while the mold is remediated. And the university released a statement apologizing for the inconvenience, saying, quote, "We have taken a number of steps to address the issues, including hiring contractors who specialize in mold remediation, installing commercial-grade dehumidifiers in floor hallways, conducting inspections of rooms that have reported service requests, cleaning all surfaces, and cleaning or replacing furniture." And the hits keep coming for the University of Maryland College Park. That is about it for the top news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net for your news throughout the day because we do update it throughout the day. You're going to want to tune into the Maryland Crabs podcast this week at Thursday at noon because we're going to be talking to Annapolis Mayor Gavin Buckley and Alex Pline, who is with Bike Annapolis and Anne Arundel, and we're going to be discussing the bike lane. Of course, a little bit later on today, we have George Young with your local DMV weather forecast, and he is coming up right after this. Save the date, September 29th and 30th, to see Richard Karn, yes, Al Borland, from the hit television show Home Improvement at the Annapolis Home Expo.
I don't think so, Tim.
No, it's true. Richard Karn will be at the Annapolis Home Expo, and while Richard will tell you about what not to do with the home improvement, there will be dozens and dozens of real home improvement contractors to tell you exactly what you should do. Bring in an antique for a free appraisal. Listen to the many workshops to help you make your home into the dream home you always wanted. Thinking about selling or buying? Northrop Realty and Craig Northrop will be on hand to offer tips for staging your home and how to negotiate the waters of one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. It all starts on September 29th at the Byzantium Center on Riva Road, Saturday from 10 to 6 and Sunday from noon to 5. Tickets are only $5 at the door, but get this, if you're named Al, or anything close, or wear flannel, you're in for free. Remember the Annapolis Home Show, September 29th and 30th.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, September 25th. Another rainy day ahead for Annapolis and the surrounding region as temps warm a bit back into the upper 70s to lower 80s, and we'll even need to watch for some thunderstorms in the PM hours. Same for Wednesday with even warmer temps reaching into the mid or even upper 80s, again with a chance of PM storms to watch. Then that will be followed by much cooler temps Thursday in the 70 to 75 degree range as a frontal boundary again moves to the south of the area, setting the stage for skies to finally clear Friday with what should be a very sunny and pleasant weekend with high temps only in the 70s. So stay dry the next few days and start to make your plans now for all kinds of outdoor activities this weekend as sporting events and fall festivals start to kick in full effect. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there. Be sure to follow us on our website at dmvweather.com, on social media at Facebook and Twitter, and on our app at DCMDVA Weather in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. But remember, whatever the weather outside, have fun and be safe.
September 29th, the inaugural Twist and Stout Festival at Quiet Waters Park along the shores of the South River. Twist and Stout, a Maryland wine, craft beer, music, food, and arts festival, presented by the Anne Arundel County Department of Recreation and Parks along with the Maryland Wineries Association. Sample dozens of craft beers and Maryland wines, dance the afternoon away to the sounds of Saved by Zero and the Groove Spot Band. Watch the plein air painters and shop dozens of artisans, crafters, and food trucks. Tickets are on sale now at twistandstout.org. twistandstout.org. September 29th, Twist and Stout at Quiet Waters Park, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tickets at twistandstout.org.
When you think of Watermark, you probably think of Harbor Queen. You know, the big white boat that sits down at the end of City Dock. But did you know that Harbor Queen is much more than just a visitor attraction? That thousands of local school children take field trips aboard it every year to learn about the Chesapeake Bay and our region's history. But that's not all you don't know about Watermark. When the Susquehanna River crested, washing thousands of tons of debris into our waterways, Watermark was there, rolling up their sleeves, helping the Annapolis Harbor Master clean up Ego Alley. And when the Annapolis Police Department SWAT team needed a boat to conduct special training exercises on to help protect our waters, they called Watermark. Watermark, making our mark. To learn more about how Watermark is here for our hometown, visit watermarkjourney.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.